Hello, welcome back to the Best Start Guide. It is day 161, and as you might guess by me wearing my lucky Mario cap, I plan on pulling some shards today. But first, I want to talk about the missions, because we're getting really close to the end here. I basically just have the Spider 20 mission left. I've put together a team that I think might be able to finish Spider 20. I just don't know if it can because I haven't tried it yet. But when it comes to the last mission, which I have to do 100 million on Nightmare, I think that's going to be no problem. Because here, check out the damage that we're consistently doing to Nightmare at this point. So with the mini Gavin account, I'm getting 160, like consistently damn near 160. This time it was over 160 million for Ultra Nightmare using this team. Same team, 180 on Nightmare, 200 on Brutal. And I want to show you guys the presets. I think it hasn't changed much since the last time I aired it, but I got two different variations of the team. I have the rare variation, which is the one I've been running. I just prefer running it because you every now and again will get the daily quest where you gotta run clan boss with a rare. This way there's just a rare in there. Valerie's in a shield set, just like Malkith. Malkith might score a bit more damage, but I haven't even observed him doing that much more damage, which is interesting because my theory is he should do more because his buff extension move is paired with an attack and Valerie's isn't. So I don't really know why the teams seem to score about the same damage, but they do. Anyway, so we got Uragrim. This is what his stats and presets look like. Then we got Xeno Gray. And this is what Valerie's look like. And then we got Lady Mikage. Basically, turning off the Metamorph. She doesn't really use it automatically anyway. But just in case, I turned it off. I open with the Imperial Decree. Because of the relative speeds. Basically, I want to only start buffing the duration of the shields once I've placed them with Wixwell. So these are his stats. These are his presets. He's got a pretty good amount of defense to grow a big amount of shields. I mean, that's about it. I'm calling this the best start guide, but we're really getting to the end here. So basically, I just got to clear Spider 20. And when it comes to pulling shards, at this point, I don't need to conserve as well, so I can afford to go after wants rather than needs. And I'm going to pull some shards. Momentarily, I promise. First thing I'm going to do is I want to run this spider team. So if you want to skip ahead to the shard pulling, I wouldn't blame you. I think this is the right team. So Spider 20. So here's the theory behind this team. I want the Spiderlings attacking Wixwell, and with all his resist, he doesn't get poisoned. He does have counterattack that he puts on himself. There is maybe a better champion that I could be using for this role. That champion is, of course, Drexthar Blood Twin. I can't get him for another 12 days. At the very best. And I keep forgetting to collect the Drexthar fragments from the bazaar. So have I forgot today? I don't think I've forgotten in the last 24 hours, but this is the problem. You frequently come back and then you'll see, oh, I've got 13 hours to wait. And then the next time I think of it might be tomorrow at this time, which means I've lost another half day in terms of going after fragments. It's very frustrating, Plarium. You should make it reset with the daily reset. That'd be more useful. Then people could stay on track. People could stay on top of it. But I'm going to go to the dungeons. I'm going to go to Spider. And let's run it and see how it goes. I've put Armiger. I gave him the order to just use Riposte, even though his later rest would probably do a little more damage. I just want to make sure he turns down he damages the turn meter by enough. Bellower is here for the crowd control, of course. Really good at that. Xeno is here for the damage. So let's try the team, guys. So here comes Armiger with the decreased turn meter. Bellower put 1 stun up. I'm really hoping for more stuns than that. And I tried this team a little before, and I found that Armiger kept getting attacked rather than Wixie. And I think it's because Armiger's HP was too low, so I gave him a little more HP. I think his HP was 28,000, and he was getting attacked by the Spiderlings. And now he is getting attacked by the Spiderlings, probably because his buffs have expired. So maybe there's something I could do about that. Maybe he's just too fast. Because it looks like the Spiderlings want to attack him simply because he's not protected now. His speed is 202. Wixie's speed is something like 189, right? So, also Armiger's in Relentless gear. So every now and again, Armiger's going to get an extra turn, and that's also going to make it hard to keep the buffs on him. So maybe the problem is Armiger's gear. Still, if he manages to stay alive, and even if he doesn't, this should be fine. Because everybody else should be able to keep their buffs up. He says, as the buffs drop off the White Queen. So maybe the White Queen's also too fast. I think I've got her at 230 speed. And she's in a bolster set, so whenever she gets a turn, she regenerates a little bit of health. She's also the right affinity for this fight, though. So my thinking is she'll probably be one of the last champions to get attacked. Because basically, because the Spider is Spirit, he's going to want to start by attacking Force champions. Then he's going to move on to the Spirit and Void champions, and then finally the Magic champions. So even though it shows her at level 50 right now, she is actually a 6-star unit. She just hasn't got all her masteries yet. She hasn't fully leveled yet. I'm still slowly getting her masteries from Minotaur, along with another champion who's still leveling. I'm trying to remember who that is. Who else am I building at the moment? I'm blanking. I'm sorry. So this is kind of a tug of war. We still don't seem to be making particularly good progress. So I said Drexthar would maybe be a better tank than Wixie. And the reason I say this is because he can put his attackers on fire. That's his passive. And that means I actually have a way to get flames on all of the Spiderlings. And when there's flames on all of the Spiderlings, they will all tick the health of the Queen Spider down. So I guess there are two things that I still need to do. One thing is to make sure all of my other champions are slower than the tank. And then I guess the other issue is the Swift Parry gear. Not Swift Parry, the Relentless gear. Because I don't want my champions outspeeding their buffs. Well, this is too bad. I was really hoping this would work. I mean, it looks like it could potentially work, but we could be sitting here for, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'm willing to wait a little bit. Wixie's also getting those random resets so that he can keep putting these buffs up on everybody. So yeah, I need to change Armiger's gear. Timing worked out rather luckily for me there. So Armiger now has his buffs up for at least one more turn. Spiderlings will leave him alone for the duration of that. But after that, I don't know. Okay, we've managed to extend them by one more turn. Thank you, Wixie. I think Armiger failed to do the turn meter damage to the Spider, though. And then that Spider gets back a whole bunch of health again. That is rough. So I haven't put up an episode in what, almost 5 days. When was the last one? Day 156, I think, and it's day 161 now. I guess that's 5 days. How you guys been? Those five of you regulars who are actually tuning in to watch me try to take on this final mission. How many of you started the game at the same time as me? And how's your progression doing these days? And just a question for anybody else who happens to be tuning in. You know, Mr. Burrito, if you're tuning in, how's your progression? Mr. Burrito, I know you're. I think you were complaining that you don't have any mythicals. So sorry. On my mini account, I've already got a mythical, which is ridiculous. I'd be using her in this spider fight if she weren't the wrong affinity, but of course she's force, so I don't want her getting targeted by the spiderlings while I'm trying to do it. I actually, and here's kind of a funny thing. I tried running my clan boss team against a bunch of different content. I just tried it against a bunch of dungeons, and it works so well everywhere. It's kind of hilarious. It actually beat Spider 20 once. But I wasn't able to replicate that. So my clan boss team beat Spider 20, and then it never worked again. Otherwise, I'd just be running that. But this is close to the same team, because part of why it worked is that Wixie is an excellent spider tank. And now the spiders are going after poor Bellower. What did Bellower ever do to them? Oh, right. Constant debuffs. No wonder they're targeting Bellower. I think it might work. We've been in 7 minutes. As long as we keep getting these brimstone procs, it does mitigate the spider healing. It's really too bad there's nothing you can do about the spider healing. Like if you look at the passives, you can't put heal reduction on the spider. And you can't do any HP exchanging effects or anything like that. So basically, you have to have a tug of war with the spider's ability to heal. Also, it'd be nice if I could heal multiple champions at once. White Queen is also not booked. So she gets one revive every 5 turns. And at a speed of 230, that means she's basically, I guess she's basically getting a revive roughly every 1,000 or so worth of speed of her own. So I'm not getting the turn meter control from Armiger anymore. Bellower's not staying up very well. I think we might actually be losing this tug of war at this point. Because it's a lot easier when you can control the spider's turn meter. The one time you don't want to control the spider's turn meter is, let's say there's HP burn on everything, and then you can start to see the burn ticks. And in fact, still controlling the spider is good at that point. So, I don't know. I may have to wait until I have Drexthar, or maybe I'll get lucky and I'll pull somebody with HP burn. I don't think there's anybody up with HP burn for the random pulls, but now, I mean, we got a fair ways down, and now I think it's just going to slowly work its way back up. Because Ancora, the White Queen, she can't revive everybody fast enough. So I think I'm going to admit defeat there. Yeah, so I beat it once. Best time is 15 minutes and 31 seconds, and that would have been with one of the clan boss teams. Anyway, I'm wearing my lucky hat. I'm in the mood to pull some shards. I would love to get an HP burn champ, but I don't think there's one in the mix. He looks like he'd have HP burn, but I think he actually doesn't. I think he basically benefits from HP burns. Is there a way to look at his presets here? Not his presets, but his index entry. I think it's just that he has a chance to stun if they're on fire already. Like, yeah, he doesn't have HP burn anywhere in his kit. He just works differently when there's HP burn. Like he's got this move where he places an extra hit if they're not on fire, which is often preferable because that means he just does way more damage. But he gets a nice stun if they are on fire. So this could actually be a really good epic to go for if I'm planning on getting Drexthar anyway. And we're 12 days away from Drexthar, right? Just to remind myself. Man, where is he? Has he just disappeared? I'd swear he was at the top of the list when last I checked. What is going on today? That's strange. So those are the fusions. Here's the fragments. Am I crazy? Am I missing him? It's like he disappeared. Where did he go? Oh, he's at the bottom. Why is he at the bottom? Why did that happen? Anyway, yeah, I just I just wasted a bunch of your time trying to find Drexthar. Again, we know he's at 88 out of 100. But anyway, this guy might make the difference in helping me do the final mission, maybe. And maybe Magnar would be good, but you know what? I kind of want to go after Fenax because he's my favorite nuker. And for the legendaries, I want to go after Rotos because he's my favorite legendary nuker, at least the ones on this list. But Fenax, like, just completely amazing champion. I want to go for him. The Sacred Shard has a tremendous chance of pulling an epic. I mean, that's the lowest thing you could pull. Like, if you don't get an epic, that's a good thing, right? But anyway, RNGesus, please give me one of these two Sex Knights because they are awesome. So we're getting our first epic. It's Irinia's. Don't think I'm ever going to use her. Getting our second epic. It's Vala. Don't suppose you have any HP burn on you, do you, Vala? And then for the absolute best chance, 25% or 25 extra chances anyway. But no, we got Quargan the Crowned. But anyway, it's not over. It's not over. I'm going to try with the Ancient Shards. So let's try for Rotos. Let's try for Fenax. I'm going to pull 50 shards. I've got 39 right now. But basically, when we get down to the last 9, I am going to get some more using my gems. Because I do have enough gems for that. I don't want to spend my bottom gems on it. So we got nothing but rares. That's really unfortunate. I don't even particularly like any of these rares other than maybe Master Butcher. But I mean, funnily enough, I have so many Master Butchers now. Let's see, Faction Guardians. I think I've already got 4 of them. Ooh. I could put Arveer in here. So yeah, now I have 5 Master Butchers. I mean that's kind of cool, RNGesus, but you could do better. Come on, give me a Rotos or give me a Fenax. I mean, Fenax should be super easy, barely an inconvenience. He's an epic. Ooh, we got one. We got a Fenax. Should I keep pulling? Then, I mean, one Fenax is great. Getting a +1 Fenax could be even cooler. Let's try to plus this Fenax. I'd love to get another Fenax. Why not? So I'm seeing Kellen the Shrike. I'm seeing Giscard the Sigiled. And how quickly we run out of shards, eh? So I'll go to the shop. And I'm just going to do this once. We're going to go to the gem shop. We're going to get a big shard pack for 900. Can't do too much of that either. Resources disappear so quickly in this game. So let's collect these and the silver. And we got 2 left. 2 sheets of 10. So come on, RNGesus, give me a Rotos, or give me like enough to make a +4 Fenax. Just straight up like 3 Fenaxes in a row. No Fenaxes. Got Shaman though, the practically useless reviver that you start with, that all people get to start with and nobody actually wants to use. And nothing but rares. We struck out. Oh well. You know what? This was not a bad day. This was actually a very good day, because we have Fenax, and I'm probably going to build him next on this account. This is actually going to be a lot of fun. Fenax is basically the perfect partner for Lady Mikage, because if you look at his A1, when you get him ascended, he places an extra hit if the target has any debuffs, which is easy enough to plan for. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. So I am excited that I got a single Fenax. RNGesus, you did right by me. You know, I give you a hard time because I don't get everything that I want, but getting this Fenax, really, really cool. I'm going to make an arena team next time with Fenax, with Lady Mikage, and someone else in the mix. You know what? Skullcrown's probably also going to be on the team. I'll just use her speed aura for the arena because she's got speed plus 23%. I could even just make Sun Wukong the last one, come to think of it, because he does have a debuff on his A1 that has a 50% chance of placing. I could probably do better than that. Also, Lady Mikage pairs very well with Xeno, because even her A1 then is an ally attack that includes Xeno, so I'll figure it out. I'll show you guys quickly before I sign off. I'm going to show you guys the clan boss, the clan boss, the arena team that I'm using now. I'm simply using an extremely nuky team. I'm using a speed lead, and then I'm using 3 nukers that kind of complete this rainbow effect with all the affinities. And I find it's decent. Anytime I see a single, obviously, I'll just go after her. But let's go after this team, for instance. What I like to do is run it and just highlight Sun Wukong if I see him. Foley goes after him first, kills Sun Wukong dead. Sun Wukong can't come back ever. That's the team I'm running now. But I think I'd prefer to run a Lady Mikage ally attack team. So that's going to be up next whenever I get to that. Obviously, I'm going to want to make a video about defeating the Spider team and getting Arbiter. We're just 2 missions away from Arbiter. This is an exciting time. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care.